They say one man's trash is another man's treasure.
Yes. Dave Grassoff is live taking a look around at the thrift store that's keeping items from ending up in the landfill. And I'm telling you, Dave loves him a good thrift shop. Hi, Dave.
Oh my gosh, when I saw this story, I'm like, oh my, this is me for sure. Okay, this is all stuff that used to go to the dump and just get buried with dirt over at the dump. But it's no longer really called the dump either. This is Marissa Jeweler. Marissa, this is your baby. Tell us what we're seeing. What is this all about?
Right. So this is Yolo County's Big Blue Barn, and it is our reuse facility, also known as a thrift store. And we have kind of changed up the name. We used to be called the dump, but we really are an innovative landfill, taking products like this and turning it into good usable things. Sometimes people take it and just recycle a mirror for a mirror, but sometimes we'll take it and make it into an art project. And this all for 40 years used to get run over and buried. And we have had a very successful program for about 6 years here.
So this is the kind of stuff that people would bring in their pickup trucks and drop off, and you guys would throw dirt on it, and that was the end of it. But now you're repurposing all this.
That's correct.
Okay, so talk about some of the stuff that you have here. With the price of inflation nowadays, you were telling me that lumber is one of the top things?
Yeah, so one of our biggest customer bases is contractors. So we aren't a traditional thrift store where we do just clothing. That's something that we actually don't have. We do doors, windows, lumber. So a typical piece of lumber these days, unfortunately, is between $15 and $20. We're selling them for $2.50 a board, and they last for about 5 minutes at the beginning of each Blue Barn event. So we really encourage contractors to come down here and repurpose as much as they can before needing to go to a hardware store to buy all of that stuff.
And you were saying you get a lot of this stuff. It's a lot of people's like lifelong possessions, and when they have a death in the family, they just the stuff is good. They just load it up and haul it here when it's still in fine working order.
Yeah, so one of the things that we try to pitch is that we're a one-stop shop. You're already coming to the landfill because there's a good portion of stuff that does have to go to waste, but we're really encouraging you, come here first. We have a new textile program, so we can take all of your clothing, we can take those oddball items, whether it's vintage, it's books, it's housewares. Obviously you can see we have a ton of exercise equipment and bicycles and sporting goods. So this is a one-stop shop so that all of it will get repurposed before ending up in a landfill.
Okay, and what are we looking at price-wise? I had some lady come up to me and said, "Oh, you got to come here tomorrow. Everything's 50%
That's
off."
right.
So it's already a good price, and then 50% off more tomorrow?
That's right. So we try to price things as low as we can just to move them. The bigger the item, the lesser it costs, and that is to help keep our space in the floor of the barn moving. So even if it's a $1,000 treadmill, it is $35 today. It'll be half of that price tomorrow.
Cody, Court, look at that. $35 right there for that, and like she said, so what is that, about $17.50 for that tomorrow? Okay, so we're going to stick around. Maybe in the 10 o'clock hour we'll talk a little bit about where the money goes and some of the programs that benefit from this. So.
That sounds great.
Okay, all right, thanks so much.
Thank you.
All right, so I'm going to actually go in and do some shopping, and we'll go inside for the 10 o'clock hit as well. So some really cool stuff. Remember, this all would just have dirt thrown on it. And, okay, I took it to the dump, but no longer.
Yeah.
Look at the line, too.
What a find, man. What a find.
Something tells me Dave made sure to clean out Rover so that he'd have space for his haul
Exactly.
when he gets done.